Yes, good morning everybody. Welcome to the BFL Football Show for another week, proudly supported by McDonald's Ballarat and also Ballarat Toyota. Shawnee, welcome aboard once again.
Thanks, mate. Great to be here once again. Looking forward to another big weekend of BFL footy.
Yeah, it's shaping up that way, mate. It's amazing that it's already halfway through the season, mate. Round 9, it's hard to think, isn't it?
It is indeed. It feels like just yesterday that we had our season launch, kicked everything off, and after this weekend we're on the downhill slide.
We are, mate. First game we'll look at this week is between East Point and Darley. Massive game. This game's played at the Eastern Oval. I think if Darley are to keep their finals chances alive, they need to win this game.
Yeah, and vice versa for East Point as well. Obviously, East Point sitting around about that same mark.
It's an 8-point game, really, isn't it?
It certainly is. East Point, I think, tied on the same win-loss ratio as Bacchus Marsh and Lake Wendouree, who are in the sixth, and Darley just 2 points behind them. So there's a chance that the winner of this game goes inside the top six on the weekend.
Very good. Now, Melton take on Bacchus Marsh at McPherson Park. Bacchus Marsh's form has probably dropped off a little bit over the last couple of weeks. Melton at home, I think they can win this.
They certainly can. They're a chance to win this one, and I'm actually going down and have a look at this because I think this is going to be a really, really interesting game to see whether Bacchus Marsh have slidden that far, whether their early form was just an aberration, or whether clubs have caught up to their game plan now. Obviously, they've got the vision every week they can watch on AFLGoldfields.tv portal. Whether they've gone back, figured out Bacchus Marsh's game plan, and clubs have been able to adjust now, or whether Bacchus Marsh have just had those couple of down weeks and they're looking to rebound. Very, very interesting game.
North City take on Melton South. This game's at Eureka Stadium. Look, North City, their form has been really good so far this year. They missed Derek Mickliffe, got a 1 week suspension at the tribunal 2 nights ago. Now he's a big out, but you just think they'd be too strong at home.
You'd think so, especially Mark Gregg comes back into the side this week. Ryan Luke plays his first game for the year in the seniors as well, and Marcus Darmody set to come back in from injury as well. So some big ins, and you'd think they'd be too strong.
Ryan Luke's a massive inclusion. He's been an integral part of their side over the last couple of years and just had a few injuries over the first part of the season. Yeah,
missed the first couple of weeks from a suspension and then had some couple of injuries and just found his way back in the twos, but they're getting back in at round 9. He's set to peak at the right time of the year now. If he can get up and going in those later rounds of the season, he'll be cherry ripe for finals.
Exactly. Now, Redan take on Sebastopol at the City Oval on Saturday afternoon. Redan's form's been probably as good as anyone in the competition the last month or so. They've been outstanding. Eamon Gill's got them playing a really nice brand of football. Got a fairly fit side at the moment. Haven't got too many injuries. You think they'd be far too strong for Sebastopol on Saturday?
Yeah, you would have had a look at Redan last week, and especially in the last quarter against the Lakers, they just hit the switch and they look really, really good. They've obviously got contributors all around the ground, and the way they've been able to integrate blokes that aren't really household names, guys like Marty Robinson and Brandon Green, so not even household names, I didn't even know the bloke's proper first name. But the way they've been able to integrate them in the side and get them playing crucial roles has been really impressive for Redan. Shows the depth they've got. Sebastopol on the improve. Michael Powell came back in last week. Tom Peterson came back in last week. Another bloke called Jay Aguila. I may have that pronunciation wrong, but he came back in as well. 3 blokes that have played a lot of good footy. They're starting to get some sort of a footprint down there, Sebastopol. It's going to take them a while, obviously, to get back and challenge sides like Redan, but they're on the right path.
I think with Sebastopol, we look at last week's performance. They were 5 points down at half time, really encouraging. But I think it's just, I suppose we speak about so often, it's just that quarter of football each week that costs them dearly. If they start to put 3.5, 4 quarters of football together, they'll certainly remain competitive, which is what we want to see. Sunbury take on Lake Wendouree. This game's at Clark Oval. Massive game, this one. But Lake Wendouree have dropped the last couple of games. They've had a few injuries. Lucas Anderson is a massive out for them. Tom Carey's obviously been playing Roosters. So those two key players, obviously a centre half back and a 4 foot or centre half forward. 2 massive outs. Down at Sunbury this weekend, I think they can win this Lake Wendouree. They're well and truly still in the finals race, but I think they need to win a couple of these games over the next few weeks to just to really cement their spot inside the top 6.
You know what makes it a bit easier for Lake Wendouree this weekend? They're not playing at Sunbury. They're playing at Wendouree Reserve. Obviously, we printed the draws earlier in the season. It said Clark Oval. We changed the game just with the remedial works on Wendouree Reserve at the end of the season. Tom Carey back into the side this week as well for the Lakers. Gavin Webb also back into the side. Eamon McCuskey and Jordan Payne, 2 of the young guns. So some really good names coming back into that side. Sunbury will back their pace in. They're going to back their pace, especially across the forward line. They're going to think that they're too quick for the Lakers in the forward line. It'll be a very interesting game to watch this one. I reckon Lakers can win, but it wouldn't surprise me at all to see Sunbury get up either.
Yeah, no, for sure. Shawnee, what's on for your weekend? You said before you're heading down to Melton and Bacchus Marsh?
Yeah, I might go down and have a look at Melton and Bacchus Marsh and just check out that game. Haven't had a look at Melton yet this year, so I did early on, but I think that was in round 2. So looking forward to having a look at these two sides go about their business.
Very good, mate. Thanks so much for joining us on the BFL Footy Show, mate.
It's a pleasure, mate.
And as we always say, if anyone's got any highlights they see, a big grab or a fantastic goal, let yourself or
let us know.
Thanks so much for joining us on the BFL Footy Show for another week. As we know, the show is proudly supported by McDonald's Ballarat and also Ballarat Toyota. Bye for now, and we'll see you next week.